Hello everybody, AOG Gaming here, back with another video on Idle Awakening. Um, Today I am making a video on where you can get heroes and the best heroes, mostly for free to play, but just in general. Um, and I'm not going to go too far into depth about the heroes you are getting paying to get right now. So all the new heroes that have been released. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about them a little bit, and maybe there'll be a part two. But yeah, that's mostly yeah. So that's what this video is going to be about, and then I have a maybe a second part to the video, but we'll see. Um, so where to get heroes? Um, so first is Maul. You can retire heroes if you go to the lab and you go to the retire button. It auto retires anything that is not rare and above. Everything rare and above, you have to click, and you can only retire 15 heroes at a time, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, and you just get these like little tickets that you use in the retirement shop. Hero Intel. Um, yeah, it's 7,200 or 9,000 for some of these, which is kind of ridiculous. Those are like the first light and dark heroes you can get, other than Artoria and Armora. Um, but Armora and Artoria are way easier to get than Meliodas and Athena. But yeah, that's just what it is. Um, Treasure, you can get them from here, but this one is like a hit or miss. You kind of have to get lucky because it rotates. It's not constant. Retire is always constant, which is why there's a reset so that you can you know, reset it, get another hero, reset it, get the same hero again. Because I right now can't get these two until I reset the whole thing, which is kind of a waste because there's all these heroes here. So you kind of just use this retire part as getting the heroes when you need them, but you kind of don't really need most of them. I'd say, yeah, no, because Tsunade and Rem and Saitama, maybe. Those are like the three ones that are heroes with exclusive equipment slash weapons, and they're elite heroes. So elite 16, 15 plus heroes, I believe. But technically there's 16 for Asuna, Saitama, and Rem. And everyone else is kind of I mean, Kratos is fine. Um, Athena is okay. Meliodas is good, but like these are the light and dark heroes, so they're going to be obviously better. Um, but yeah, I kind of don't use this as a way to get heroes because it's not good to retire anything above rares. And you need. I explained this in a video before, but I only retire 5 up so that I have up to 5 of the rare of every rare hero in the game because you need them to awaken 4-star heroes or epic heroes into legendary heroes so that you can use them to awaken legendary heroes into 6 stars and so on and so forth. But yeah, so you can just retire extra copies of rares and then shard all your commons and uncommons. And you don't really want to retire your epics until you have a good amount of 10 stars because, well, if you have almost every hero in the game at 6 star, then I'd say you should probably start to shard all of your epics slash 4 stars because you don't need them. But like those are for late game players, so we're getting off topic a little bit when we're talking about that. Not too far, but a little bit off topic. Um, but yeah, I don't use this a lot. Treasure I kind of use, but like I said, it's can get lucky. if there's an elite hero that you need and it's there, then I suggest just going for it. Because honestly, you can get everything else that you can buy here everywhere else except for the heroes. Obviously, those are spontaneous and random. Obviously, I can get Urza in different places, but she's not the hero that's usually there. And sometimes you get two of them, sometimes three. And actually, I'm nearing the amount that I can get a hero, which is around 8 to 10k. Urza is one of the cheaper ones. But yeah, that's all that treasure does. It doesn't really give you heroes, but it technically does. Draw doesn't. So guild here is where you can get. I'm gonna say fodder. Technically, yes, you can. I mean, all of these heroes except for Ichigo have their exclusive equipment, and it's a 5 star. Obviously, well, here in an Angel Woman won't actually. They're just fodder. I don't know why you would awaken them. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I guess that's where you can get them. But yeah, this is where I get fodder, but it's not good fodder. It's just good fodder for early game, and then when you get later game, all elite heroes use different fodder than this, so this becomes kind of useless. Which is why I still have 16k and haven't bought anything because I kind of don't need any of this, except for this equipment here. The 3 star equipment is pretty nice, and it's once a week, which is pretty decent because you only get around 78k, maybe 10k of these guild contribution points or whatever they're called. But I don't do guild boss, so you do have to keep that in mind. So you might make more, so you actually might make enough to get at least one piece a week, and then you can just do what you want with it. You can also get cores here, which is good. I wouldn't say. I mean, it's just an extra top of it. It's not super efficient since it's only weekly, but it's still nice. And you can get tickets if you want, but it doesn't really matter. So now points you can get, or sorry, the point tab in the mall. You can get heroes here, just Artoria and Ormora, but more specifically, you get shards. Get these through battling an arena. Yeah, so technically this is the arena shop right here, and yeah, you can get also magic stones and stuff. More on those a little bit because those are the way to get literally most heroes in the game. Most every 5 star, I believe, except for Chaos. Um, but yeah, so this is where you can get Artoria and Ormora. So another place where you can get them is Stardust. Like they're also they're not considered elite, light, or dark heroes. So I do believe you just get them in normal light and dark packs, or just like things that have those like shards. Like if you get regular light and dark 5 star shards, then you will probably get Artoria or Ormora. If you get a hero with an exclusive weapon, or that's 16 or 15, I forgot what, because light and dark heroes are like stronger, so they have higher potential levels than the normal heroes. But yeah, that's where you can get them. Chrono, there's some shards, 4 star shards here, which are good, but you can get them elsewhere as well, so not super important. You can get Artoria here as well. Artoria, you can get almost. She's more common than Asuna, which is kind of ridiculous. Um, she's good though. I'm not saying Artoria is bad. You just have to put her in a good team. But you do have to give her good enough support. We'll talk about more specifics on heroes later in the video. Yeah, and then you can get Guy Kuroki, but he's not a good hero whatsoever. So I wouldn't, unless you're looking for fodder. But that's some pretty expensive fodder because getting these invasion medals takes a while. Um, yeah, and then reverse here. So from reverse, the basically the boss battles that they have every month. I forget. I just kind of do them blindly. It does shuffle around, I believe, but yeah, you can get some decent heroes here. Belandi is a really great support hero. Beerus is pretty decent. He's better in dark teams because of the curse. I mean, most light and dark heroes are better in their respective hero elements. I'm gonna say not elements. Yeah, no, I should say elements. But there's still some of them are still powerful, like really powerful in any other team. Beerus is like sort of more towards any team, but still has like that curse aspect where like, oh, it's kind of slapped on because he's a dark character. Um, I believe. Well, we'll check that in a second. But yeah, that's where you can get some heroes. Here you can get well, some. Oh, this is the board game. Okay, yeah. So this is another thing I do want to talk about afterwards, but for now, in the aspect of just saying where you can get heroes, I've already talked about this. But yeah, this is where you can get Asuna, Mikasa, Diablo, and Ray because it does not rotate. I believe Chrono and Melee do not rotate as well, so just wanted to point that out as well. Reverse does, so there's just some that rotate and some that most don't rotate, but there's some that do. So the ones that rotate are nice because they give you some variety. The ones that don't rotate are good because they give you, stability, so you can build those heroes first and then start going for the more rare ones that you want and have. I think I'm putting the phone a little far from my face. um yeah, so that's everywhere here. I believe you can get them. You can also get heroes through here. Obviously, I believe it's every 10 levels until you hit level 98, and then it's every 8 levels until level 200. And you just get draws. But yeah, you can get lucky, and then you can claim these 5-star heroes, and you get a ton of 4 stars and some 3 stars, some 2 stars, whatever. So it's just some fodder. But yeah, it's pretty chill. Pretty cool that they give that to us. And well, you obviously can get heroes from the draw, but that's kind of stupid to mention, I think. You can also get them through here. You have to be VIP 3, which can take a while. But honestly, if you spend like $1 on the game, I'm pretty sure you can get VIP within like a month at least, at most. At least 2 weeks. Like if you grind, it does not take that long. Think that's it. I mean, shop you can get some 4 stars and some 3 stars, but and some commons and some uncommons, but they're not super important. So I don't really like. Maybe early game the shop is useful, but now I just get shards and then I get ridiculous amount of 4-star shards. So I just keep using those. Um. All right. So now we go to Zenith. Okay. Well, so I do have to talk about that. So yeah. So Zenith Arena is for 105, 110 and up, I believe. Um. So most of the well, you only get access to preliminary and orbit conflicts first, but most of these open up as you go up from level 100 and up. So just mentioning that to you now, because otherwise you're gonna get confused and call me a liar because you're gonna be like, I can't access this, so I can't get this here, and it's like, no, you just have to be leveled up. Um, Not accusing anybody, just taking precautions. So you in the shop. Um, so you can get Madoka here. She's a very, very good. She's actually an elite light hero, so potential 17. Um, Probably one of the best ones because this never changes. This X server shop, I'm pretty sure because I've seen her here a few times. I'm pretty sure this doesn't change. So yeah, so Asuna, Saitama, Madoka, and then Orimura. Artorio's good. Madoka's better because I would say who's yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the best light support character there is. Yeah, because Belandi is really good, but Madoka is just the healing is ridiculous and the reviving is just an added bonus. And then she gives shields too with her exclusives. So yeah, Madoka is just a great light hero, good starter light hero. Because eventually you do want to get rid of that Rem. If you guys have not been building a Rem, I don't know what you guys have been doing. Um, because she's very easy to get. You can get multiple copies of her early, I believe. Like she was very easy to get, and then I got multiple copies of her, and I sacrificed some copies. And she's an easy healer. She gives you crit and revives and heals, which is just ridiculous. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the zine shop. I kind of went off on a tangent with Rim there, but yeah. So this is where you can get more gear too. Red. Well, when I talk about gear, I'm talking about red gear because I only need red gear now. I am basically replacing all my 1-star gear with 2-star and above. I have full 5-star on Mikasa, but I don't have anything but no. I do have some 3-star on 3-star red gear on some of my heroes and 2-star as well. But yeah, moving on. So line shop as well. You can get some heroes here too. Mikasa, Jotaro. Of course, random shards. I believe this is for guard cores and red cores. Yeah, so that's cool. Um, you can also get contracts here. So this is for um not retiring heroes, but what's the decommissioning? That's the name. There you go. Which is how you basically take a unbuild a hero if you want to, you know, you get only scarecrows, which is not a good thing. Um, and I wish you got like the materials you spend, but whatever. We're talking about other stuff now. Um, and then here as well, the title shop. All of this stuff, as you can see, I am not gonna get soon, except for maybe for the Zenith shop, because that's easier. Zenith shop is easier. So yeah, this one's definitely much more reliable, which is why I say this. I talked a lot more about this, or just when I was on this page, I talked a lot more. I've already talked about the other heroes. Really, I don't really care about Shauna, but she's good if you build her. If you build her good, but every hero is like that. Saitama, I think he's good, but many people, including me, think he falls off in the late game. And I don't know. I've already told my fair share about how I think heroes with specifying specific heroes in their attacks, like support or defense, unless they're targeting all range groups, I feel like they're a little bit nerfed or a little bit worse because, you know, they might not always hit those specific types of heroes. So just, you know, I've already told my gripe about that. Okay, and I believe that's everywhere you can get heroes from like shops and like grinding materials and stuff. Um, yeah, pretty sure that's everywhere you can get the heroes. Now, there's also events, where you can get heroes. There's not one event right now, well, except for obviously the you watch events, but that's pay to get. Um, Faction draw. So you can get a 4-star, a 5-star hero or hero shard. You can doesn't tell you the chances, which kind of weird, but oh no, it does. Okay, cool. Um, 15% drop rate for any of the shards, I believe, and then 20% drop rate for one of the 5-star heroes. Um, this is definitely the best way to get any hero reliably because you do have the or the exchange, and the heroes. Well, the hero switch is luck, so I wouldn't call that reliable. The only thing is that they're easy to get sometimes, but then like you kind of hit a bottleneck, and then you can't really get many of these magic stones. Um, you can get them basically everywhere. So Arena has them in some of these chests down here. Um, you have to do a lot of battles for that though, and events sometimes have them. You can get them in the mall. You can get discount two for 1,200, which is a good deal. You can get them in Hunter Trials shop, I believe. Oh, I didn't even show the shop. So you get shards here, not heroes. But yeah, so you can get magic stones here, 80% off. And then also there's all these. Yeah, so they're all 80% off. So as you can see, I already. Wait, where is it? The, okay. I already bought a lot of stuff from here because it's a good discount. So this shop is actually like the secret. When you're looking for some discount stuff, just remember this exists because I always forget. Since it's not like available as a button anywhere else. Go to Hunter Trial, go to shop. Um, yeah, because this is ridiculous. All of these prices, and it's all diamonds, but you make a pretty decent amount. Even after doing all your daily stuff, you're still left with a good amount. But yeah, so this is where you can also get them. So I got a lot of them. Um, and then obviously Zenith Shop ranked battles have them. Um, Advanced wheels sometimes have them for Treasure Street, so that's cool. Oh, also the like here on the wheel spins, you get three of them, I believe. Yeah, you get three of them on the 700th draw, which is actually a lot. And then you can get a ton while you're spinning. Obviously, I believe there's a limit though, like two or three, and then it grays it out, and then it's not up available as an option. But yeah, I believe that's everywhere you can get heroes. But I haven't gone to Ruin Island yet, so I can't, say for sure. And I also have not unlocked Conqueror. So whatever this is, this looks very interesting. Seems like there's another Conquer shop that I don't have, and then some Advanced Awakening materials. Yeah, so that's it, I believe, for where you can get heroes as of level 114, like player level. You can also get shards from Infinite Tower if you like battle. Um, and what do you get early on? Just like random gear. Yeah, you get shards too. And gears and cores too. So yeah, that's just good stuff. And then Infinite Tower is not that hard. Um, yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, so that's everywhere where you can get heroes. So yeah, most important thing I want to talk about, just in case I don't get through everything for this video, because I got through the most important part of the video, which is just explaining where you can get every type of, or just every hero in general, excluding Chaos, because those, and also new heroes like Satoru and Lelouch, because you kind of have to pay to butt to get those, and you can't get them right now. I don't believe so. So go to exchange and you're greeted with this page. So yeah, basically you have to the number of times you draw with magic stones. So it's basically the number of times the number of magic stones you have and you've drawn with them. You get these number of card. I don't know why it's called card. It looks like a token. Um, and you can exchange them. So as you can see, each hero has their price. And they include every hero except for the Chaos, obviously, and then the new ones. So they still have Susano, which was actually a new hero, but I guess it's not included as in a super elite hero. Um, and then we also have the rush of light heroes. So Yagatomi, Thor, those two heroes. Because well, I guess we also got Divine Power and Susano. and Inori and Orochi, and then here we got. Oh wait, that's interesting. Forgot about that. We have two more Dark Heroes and Light Heroes. That's right. We have Susano and Dark Divine Power. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is where you can get them. But as you can see, 100 magic stones to get one copy of a dark or light wool, the strong ones. Um, I wouldn't use this as a farming source, but yeah, it's there if you need it, and I think it's just nice, it's just a little extra thing, but doesn't really help you. You can also, try your luck with this whole hero switch thing. Do have to mention that it's divided between elite and normal shards heroes. So, like core heroes will be able to be traded with other core heroes of the same potential. So they have to be the same potential, and then they can be traded. They obviously have to be the same faction. And I mean, yeah, you have to leave it up to luck. So I don't think it's that reliable, but it's there if you need it. Um, I guess now we're just gonna talk about, yeah, because that's everything I want to talk about. Yeah, so now I can talk about, well, not everything I wanted to talk about, everything that I need to talk about. Now, I never want to stop talking to you guys. What are you guys talking about? We get to. That's right. Okay, so I was gonna discuss heroes, just like good heroes to get early on. We'll just go to archive and talk about them. So everything depends on luck. Obviously, you get those free 100 draws every 10 levels until you hit 98, and then after that, every 8 levels. So you can get some good 5 stars from there, some good 4-star fodder, and also just your draws in general from your advanced draws. Like everything relies on luck and what you get. I can't make it so that you get what hero you want. Neither can you really, unless you want to pay a lot of money. Um, but I guess we'll just talk about them. Like I don't know where to start because like I'm pretty sure everyone has a different experience. Unless you paid at the beginning, which then everyone pretty much had a pretty similar starting experience, and then it kind of deviates from there. Um, so who's like the best overall, like easy to get? I mean, Mikasa. She's literally everywhere that I showed you guys. Um, and she's potential 16. She's also better than Miku, or sorry, not Miku. That's not her name. Sorry, Ray. She's obviously better than Miku. She's better than Ray. Ray is the support, obviously, and she does help. But Mikasa is just so much better. I mean, Ray is cool. She can be fit into a lot of strategies because she's support. Obviously, supports can pretty much go in most strategies. Um, I don't know. I just feel like Ray is not that great of a character. Like, I'm just having trouble with the science section because yeah. So I would go for Mikasa. She goes every strategy. She's obviously she's a warrior, so she's has to fit in the warrior slot. But yeah, she gets damage increase every turn, or she gets damage increase every time she gets hit. So it's not a counterattack, but it's a buff that she gets, and it kind of incentivizes for your opponents not to attack her. She can also you can also put taunt cores or gear equipment on her, so she can taunt the enemy, and now you get those guaranteed damage or attack stacks, which is good. Um, she also purges all her debuffs, so very good. She gives herself crit, so She's good in damage resistant crit strategies, and she does a lot of physical damage. So physical damage strategies. I mean, yeah, like she's just a good warrior that does very like large amounts of damage. Yeah, and then Saitama is more specific. The best thing about him is his silence and self healing. But I mean, Saitama's okay. He's not the best, like I said. But Mikasa, like, she kind of just is good. Like, there's nothing inherently bad about her. Like, yeah, I mean, she only has one active technically because her first is just purging all debuffs and getting some damage resist. But 25 extra damage resist is pretty good. And I already got the level 3, so now she has actually 50 damage resist. Um, well, 25 when the battle starts and 50 when she activates her first. Pretty powerful if you ask me. For magic, I have to go with Esteth. Um, Jotaro's good. I would say he's second. Ichigo's third only because I don't think reducing defense and crit really matters when you can ignore defense. There's armor penetration or yeah, armor penetration talents and cores. So I don't see the use for that. And reducing crit and crit down, I mean it only works against crit strategies really. Because if the opponent has a lot of attack, just generally, you're just not doing much to them. And most characters, unless they're warriors, mages, don't have a lot of crits, I believe. So yeah, just I just don't think that they're very good characters in general, which is why this guy's just up for fodder, and so's her. Um, on Shauna's a little bit better, but because she does true damage. And yeah, she does damage shields, but Esteth is obviously the winner. Speed down, so just very good at well, just slowing down the enemy team. It doesn't really help turn-based stuff, because everyone takes a turn accordingly. But it does help in some ways because some supports and tanks have resist, which means that then the attackers will attack later, so you can kind of mess with their setup because some teams rely on like order of attack, so like which character on the team attacks to maximize damage output and support. Um, so you can really mess with that with speed, and the bind is just really helpful because it's way better than stun. I mean, stun, it says that they can't move, but they can still attack. They just can't do basics and counterattacks, I believe. But with bind, they can activate actives, which is really good. Um, yeah, she's just good character. Deals extra damage, like, and she has 40% damage if target is in bind, which you can get talents cores, I believe, to increase or to have her attacks have a chance to do bind, which I think it does stack. So just increase her overall chance for bind, so that increases her chances of dealing that 40% extra damage. Yeah, that's death. They're like, I don't know what else to say. Rem is probably I'd say the third best, honestly, because she gives crit, she gives attack, she gives and she gives not defense. Wait, she gives crit. Yeah, crit plus 20. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's so good for any strategy that wants to use crit or any crit damage. Um, yeah, and then attack, purges, debuffs, and then revives and like she has so much support and she's so easy to get. Like technically, yes, death is better, but for easier to get is definitely Rem. For science is definitely Levi's the easiest to get. Like I got so many copies of him. Or maybe that's just me, you know. For light, I definitely got more copies of Rem, but I definitely get a lot of copies of Tanjiro and um um Urza, but Urza doesn't. She's not really good. Tanjiro is actually better than Shana and Ichigo in my opinion. But that's up to your opinion, up to your discretion. Now we go to melee. So like Kakashi is easy to get, but he has the crit too, so he's good in bleed, so that works with a lot of melee characters. Honestly, so like the best hero. Oh, this is hard. Like best overall hero, I'm gonna have to say it has to go to Tsunade. I mean, like every mage, every warrior, most tanks, some supports. I don't know about a lot of supports, but some supports they just have so much stuff that synergizes with crit. Like Palm Sage Art was just destined to be broken. Um, but yeah, just the ability to heal when dealing crits for all unit, like it heals all units, and all units have that ability. It's just Chef's Kiss, Golden. She's just the best character, and she's not that hard to get. Kirito and I mean Asuna's probably the easiest to get. So Asuna's probably the best hero in this category, just like overall to get. Yeah, because for science and magic, it would definitely be Levi and Tanjiro, and then for the like the best hero, just like overall, would be Mikasa and Rem. Well, Estes Rem if you're looking for a healing support because you don't really have a lot of options at the beginning. I mean, science has a lot with the sorry, Ray and Miku. Um, Magic has none except for Rem, and Melee has just Tsunade. So you basically have four options, four heroes, and um, three of them, or well, two of them are elite 5-star shards, and then two of them are 5-star um, core heroes. So, yeah, you just have a lot harder time getting them. Um, Best overall hero Kirito, he gets the guaranteed stuff. Um, no, I think it's still Tsunade. Like it just has to be. Like all the stuff is cool and everything, but the crit just synergizes with everybody. She gives shields. She gives attack or enemy takes more damage. Like she's just the best character overall for this faction. Um okay, so now this kind of a long video. I'm gonna try and wrap it up in the next minute. Um Light heroes, so best overall hero that's easy to get. I'm gonna have to go with Mikasa. Or sorry. Of course I said her name wrong. So Mikoto. Um the only thing that I really have to say about her is her railgun, her ultimate, basically her second active. This is what her passive says. Her second passive. Railgun has a 50% chance to seal targets, ban crit, and also passive skills. Passive effects don't work. What? 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 Who made this character? Who hurt you? Um, yeah. So this, I mean, it's only 50% to seal. I'm pretty sure there's some talent scores that can get the seal effect. So there's a chance to increase that. or the static effect. I forgot which one it was. Maybe seal is just specific to Mikoto, but oh my goodness. Like she's good otherwise. Like she causes static. Um they take 50% more damage or magic damage, sorry. Oh no, just damage in general, so that's good. Um and then has a chance to stun them. But then this thing is just like, what? Okay, I guess that happens. And I mean the rest is kind of just like whipped cream or cherries on top. Yeah, and obviously Lelouch, the newest heroes is always the better one. But yeah, she's the best to get because you can turn off all the strong heroes too. Like I mean, just look at Satsuro with passive, 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 passive. I mean, like you can just shut off everything. And then for Dark, I'm just gonna finish this quickly. Sorry about this, guys. But I'm gonna say this real quick before I say the last hero. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Really shows your support, helps me out, keeps you up to date with my content. 57 subscribers and going strong last time I checked. You guys are amazing. Keep going. Yeah, and it has to be Sesshomaru because he fits in every target. He gives him, well, he's a warrior, so does damage, gives him monster tag to your enemies, so they take 20% more physical damage. So it doesn't fit in every strategy, but a lot of targets use physical damage. A lot of warriors use physical damage. And the skill damage is increased 3% for every buff that the target has. So good for any team with debuffs, which is basically every team. He also has multi attack and instantly kills if targets are below 30 HP. Very good. Um, and then he also can heal your units, which is just really good for any unit that's not a support, like I've said before. So yeah, he's just good balance. He's also not like curse or like dark heroes get more attack or stuff like. He's garnered towards basically any attack or any strategy, so he's just support for any strategy. Um, so yeah, I would say Mikoto's can be used with Artoria, and light heroes they use static. So they're a little bit more synergistic with light, but still they can be used overall. So those are just my two heroes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching AOG Gaming. Very long video. I do apologize, but yeah, I just wanted to get this video out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching AOG Gaming, and I will see you guys later.